What's up, legends? Welcome back to another adventure with Locals Travel. Today we're taking you high into the Andean mountains to explore the unknown region of the Cordillera Huayhuash. Heavily overlooked when visiting Peru, this unknown region offers the most unreal landscape I've seen in South America. Upon reaching Huayhuash, I was fully convinced I was taken on this journey alone and unguided by myself. But during a day hike on an acclimatization day, I met a fellow Australian named Jay, and me and him got on like a house on fire. We knew we could take on the mountains together. You'll begin your journey in the small traditional town of Llamac. As we hiked during COVID, we were the only gringos in sight, but we were welcomed with open arms and even offered to drive to the start of the trekking point. Today we'll hike 12 to 14 kilometers, but the elevation is no joke, reaching our first height of 4,150 meters before coming down to the lake below for the night's rest. We crossed the next day to the next laguna, Miracocha, where we rested up before heading up into the mountains. The next day was meant to be the most beautiful day, but we were welcomed with grey clouds and nothing but avalanches popping off. So we decided to camp in the valley and get a second chance of reaching the most beautiful view on the hike. Boy, oh boy, were we treated in the morning. Not a cloud in sight, the most amazing view laid upon our eyes. We even got a glass-off reflection of the mountains in the distance. This is one of the most spectacular viewpoints I've ever visited in my whole life. We keep trekking through the high Andean mountain range. Day 7 brought joys, as we knew by the end of the day we'd be soaking in the hot springs of these Andean mountains. We dreamt and talked about a Peruvian man waiting with crispy cold beers on arrival, but as we arrived, this dream slowly disappeared. But I was okay with a hot soak. Trekking unguided in the vastness of the Cordillera Huayhuash with only another person you met just days ago is an experience that's hard to put into words, but it feels like stepping into another world. At first, it's surreal, just the two of you with no one else around. Surrounded by towering snow-capped peaks and vast silent valleys, the silence is deafening at times, broken only by the crunch of boots on the trail or the distant call of a bird. You can't help but feel small against the enormity of the landscape. Reaching Santa Marta Pass is a profound moment on the Cordillera Huayhuash trek, especially when it's the highest point on the entire trail, standing over 5,000 meters. It's a moment that really makes you feel the weight of the mountains and the sheer scale of what you're experiencing. But when you finally crest the pass, you hit with a sense of awe. It's a place where everything seems to stop. The views are staggering, jagged peaks stretch out in every direction. Glaciers glisten and the sky feels impossibly close. Let's go, day 9 on this epic journey, and man was it a wild one. We were met with a snowstorm last night, so we were trekking through fresh snow, which just topped off this adventure as we saw the snow-capped mountains look even more gorgeous. This was an unforgettable adventure through the wild, isolated beauty of the Cordillera Huayhuash, where every step challenges your limits. Surrounded by towering peaks, untouched wilderness, and quiet solitude, we finished this journey off with a sizzling parrilla and a well-earned cold beer.